So score defers. Mann chooses down. Highlands coached by Prestwich or Papacek. He's going to have to watch out. Those guys are usually pretty tough on top. He was a star Roosevelt wrestler in his day.
That was back in about 10 years ago, wasn't it?
Yep, right there in the competition
07.
time when we were going toe-to-toe with Roosevelt. He ended up wrestling at Western as well for a couple of years.
Roosevelt not with the program they used to have, but they've, Valley's taken a lot of those wrestlers and a couple other schools from Greeley.
Brandon Montoya was a star wrestler for Roosevelt. He took over there at Roosevelt. But it's hard to do, when you got a guy that's coached all those years. Mike Pilata was there. They kind of build a dynasty, and when that guy leaves, it's hard for the next guy to get it going, He's got to institute his own philosophies and moves. So here we go. 1:24 left in the second period. Score from Highlands, riding Keegan Mann tough. He's got his wrist pulled across his belly. Now he's trying to push his head under and go for a stack. But Keegan Mann's doing a coffee grinder. He's just trying to keep his head from going under. He's crawling his hips.
He's going to have road rash on his forehead.
Yeah, on his shoulder. So Score's really chopping hard. He's got a deep waist, and he's chopping hard on Keegan Mann's left hand. Again, Keegan Mann's still down 2-0. Chose down. He's got a score there. If you choose, that's one of the things here too at the state tournament. If you choose a position, that means you're saying that's where you think you can score the best, and you got to take advantage of those opportunities that you give yourself. So there we go. Now Keegan Mann was on his hip after they restarted. Now he's going to get called. Actually, Score's going to get called for stalling on top because he's riding parallel. Keegan Mann goes for a switch. It's not there. So he bellies back down. 30 seconds left in the second period. He's down 4-0 because he got some back points. Now they're riding parallel again. Score's just staying right behind him, pinching his knees together. Now he moves off to the side a little bit, but now he's back behind him again, just riding parallel. But Keegan Mann's not moving a whole lot as he can't break the grip that Score has on his wrist. Score's pulling Keegan Mann's left hand across his belly. Keegan Mann's laying on his belly, and he can't get his hand free. That's the end of the period. Score's up. He's up there in the middle from Highland, standing there. Keegan Mann got up pretty slowly. He's down 4-0. 2 minutes left. Referee makes Mann come back to the circle. It's neutral. So they're just fighting there in the middle, and now Score, he spins around behind him, and that was slick. He circled to the right off a Keegan Mann shot. Keegan tried to face him, and he changed directions and just ran back around the left way and went behind him. So 1:41 left in the period and in the match, and Keegan Mann's down 6-0. 1:28 left in the match, 1:26, 1:25. Keegan Mann's belly down, not doing a whole lot. Still got his hand tied up. I'll tell you what, Score must have a grip because he pulls his hand across, and Keegan Mann cannot get it free. They're still fighting there. Canfield's up on mat 5 from Marino. He's wrestling Martindale from Sirocco, South Route County. That's up there south of Steamboat.
Also have Wyatt Fowl checking in at the table over on mat number 6. Gonna have Coburn Man on mat number 1 next, so we're getting busy again. Wyatt Fowl, a sophomore for Brush, 39-13, taking on a senior from Jefferson, 40-8 record in Brandon Onofre.
Canfield just got a takedown with 39 seconds left in the first period over Martindale of Sirocco. So he's up 2-0. He's riding him tough. He's laying on him parallel.
Wyatt Fowl underway, goes ear to ear with double underhooks on Onofre from Jefferson. Jefferson wrestler tries to throw Wyatt Fowl by, but Wyatt Fowl drops his hips and he's in good position. A little feint shot by the Jefferson wrestler.
Canfield's still up 2-0 with 8 seconds left. He's going to end this period ahead 2-0.
Another shot by Wyatt Fowl, but they come back up forehead to forehead. And a good shot by Onofre. He reaches down, grabs a single leg, trying to pull Wyatt Fowl back in bounds, but Wyatt Fowl gets out of bounds before any points are scored. That was a good shot by the Jefferson wrestler.
Yep, he caught Fowl. Fowl looked like he was getting ready to drop to his knee, and the Jefferson kid just shot in on him right away.
Caught him a little flat-footed.
So still over there, Canfield's ahead 2-0. Neutral position started the second period. 1:45 left. Keegan Mann lost over here 6-0. Oh no, he hasn't lost yet. There's a blood time. They're trying to clean him up. But he's down 6-0 still.
Wyatt Fowl's going to go to the second period. No score in that match. 0-0, and Onofre from Jefferson's going to take the down position. Stand up by Onofre. Wyatt Fowl pulls him back down, has a arm bar, throws a leg in. Trying to work that arm, put it up on Onofre's back. He's got the hammer lock on with a leg in there, trying to push his hips over and put the Jefferson wrestler on his back. Kind of picking that arm up off of his back. I'm surprised he hadn't called a potentially
trying to drive
dangerous.
it across.
Yeah.
Trying to drive it across and get a half Nelson. He's going to get him here in a second if he can slide his left hand underneath.
Yeah, if he could slide that hand underneath and maybe get a Turk on him, hold that arm there.
He's going to have to use his elbow to pull the Jefferson wrestler's head towards him like he would on a near side cradle. The Jefferson kid's willing to keep scooting because he's getting closer and closer to the edge of the mat.
Little half in there, but
he's going for that Air Force. He's got to be careful with that because you can get caught out in front on people.
Fowl doing a good job of riding here in the second period, not scoring any points yet.
So Keegan Mann just lost 6-0 finally after they cleaned the blood up.